This lesson is about fractions. Fractions are representations of numbers and they can represent things that are, for example, a part or even a division. So there are two things that a fraction can mean. Fractions represent parts when they have this appearance, a number, line, and number. In this example, it would be 5 out of 10 or 5 parts out of 10 parts. Fractions can also be represented as divisions. So 5 over 10 would mean 5 divided by 10. The opposite is true. When we say 1 divided by 3, we can represent it as a fraction here as 1 over 3. A fraction is composed of two main parts. The first one is the numerator, which is the number that is above the horizontal line. And the second is the denominator, which is the bottom number and the number that is below the horizontal line. And the numerator and the denominator are very important since they allow us to distinguish between the three different types of fractions. The first type of fraction is the proper fractions. Proper fractions are fractions where the numerator, which is the top number, is less than the denominator, which is the bottom number. Examples would be 1 over 5, 3 over 6, 7 over 10. All of these are proper fractions because the numerator, the top number, is less than the denominators, which are the bottom numbers. Improper fractions are the opposite. They are the opposite of proper fractions, in which the numerator is more than the denominator. And examples of that would be different representations such as 10 over 7, 6 over 3, 5 over 2, and many other examples. And you can see here the numerators are always larger than the denominators. Mixed numbers are a combination of a whole number, which is numbers that we spoke about in the whole number series, like 1, 2, 3, etc., and a proper fraction. For example, 1 and 2 over 3. We have a whole number and a proper fraction. This is called a mixed number. Another example would be 5 and 2 over 7. Whole number and a proper fraction. This is a mixed number. Fractions, common fractions, have certain names. 1 over 2 is a half, 1 over 3 is a third, 1 over 4 is a quarter or a fourth, and then after that it becomes 1 over any number would be the number with a th. So 1 over 5 is a fifth, 1 over 6 is a sixth, 1 over 7 is a seventh, etc. Just to remind you here that fractions can represent a division. So 20 over 5 is 20 divided by 5. And if we want to solve this, it would be 20 divided by 5 is 4. Similar here, 12 over 4 is the same as 12 divided by 4, and it equals 3. It is possible for us to convert between improper fractions, which are fractions where the numerator is greater than the denominator, and mixed numbers. And the way we can do this is this very simple rule right here. So if you have a mixed number, you can convert it into an improper fraction by doing the following. First, you multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then you add to it the numerator. To clarify, let us do some examples. I'll keep the rule up here. So first of all, we do 2 times 4, and then 4 times 2 plus 3. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3, that is 11. And we put it over 4. So this is our mixed number converted into an improper fraction. Similar here, maybe larger numbers, you can encounter them. First of all, we do 20 times 12, and then plus 8. And by the order of operations, we do the multiplication first, and that would be 240, and then we add to it 8, so that would be 248 over 12. So this is our conversion from mixed number to improper fraction. If we want to convert the opposite way, so we want to convert an improper fraction into a mixed number, we just need to do a long division and find the remainder that comes out of this long division. So here we have an improper fraction, 17 over 5, and an improper fraction is a number where the numerator is greater than the denominator. This is the numerator, and this is the denominator. And we want to convert it into a mixed number, which is a whole number plus a proper fraction. So how do we do that? We do a small long division here. What times 5 is 17? We can say 3 times 5 is almost 17. We subtract, that is 2. So to analyze this, the number that we have here is the whole number. So my mixed number will have the whole number 3. And then the other parts that would make the numerator would be the remainder, is the remainder. And so it would be 2 over the number that we are dividing by, which is the denominator, 5. So 17 over 5 is the improper fraction, and when we convert it to a mixed number, it would be 3 and 2 over 5. Here are some examples. 35 divided by 8. Again, we want to convert this improper fraction into a mixed number. 35 divided by 8. What times 8 is almost 35? We can say 4 times 8, that would be 32. We subtract, and the remainder we get is 3. So our whole number, I'll make it appear better, whole number is 4. So we write the 4. The remainder is the numerator, 3, and the 8 is the denominator. Notice that the denominator of the improper fraction is the same as the denominator of the mixed number. And if we go up here, the denominator of the mixed number is the same as the denominator of the improper fraction. So this is how you can check that you've solved everything correctly. Let's convert the last example here. 19 divided by 2, that would be 9 times 2 would be 18, and we subtract, the remainder is 1. So our whole number is 9. And then we have here a 1, and the same number from the denominator gets carried forward, 2. So this is how we convert mixed numbers to improper fractions and improper fractions into mixed numbers.